Over the last fortnight, there has been plenty of tourism action with so many bowlers coming from all over the world to this wonderful state of Queensland. People have been going for picnics, walking through wineries, travelling through rainforests, running under waterfalls, feeding kangaroos, having a couple of beverages here and there, but also focusing on the magnificent bowls that have been played over the last 2 weeks across 14 magnificent clubs across this brilliant setting right here in the south of Queensland. The Broadbeach Bowls Club is our location, and Val Febo here with you for the Under-18 Girls Singles Final at the 2024 Australian Open between Anda Panjawat and Akasha Fortune. Joining me, as she has done so brilliantly for the last day and a half, Ellen Faulkner, MBE. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Val. Very much looking forward to this Under-18 Girls Singles Final. And you can see people in the crowd, they're all decked up, supporting the ones that they are following. We are in for a treat, I feel.
We sure are. Anda is from South Australia in the orange or the peach, and Akasha Fortune, she is in the blue. How will her fortunes be at the end of this? It took a total of 15 seconds for me to do that, but when it's right there in front of you, why not?
You teed it high.
Very much looking forward to this contest. Anda is one of the rising stars of the sport. Has been sort of in the shadow of South Australian bowls for a couple of her junior years, with Kate Arjun-Bowden sort of paving the way. She's got Lainey McGorman, a South Australian stalwart, watching her from the sidelines, and Akasha playing out of Club Sunbury in Melbourne. A lot of pedigree at Club Sunbury.
Yeah, Club Sunbury, of course, home to one of our BPL franchises, the Melbourne Extreme.
And they are one of the juggernauts of Australian bowls, that is for sure. They keep producing magnificent bowlers. Their programs are great. And hailing out of Brighton. Talk more about them very soon. We're going to chat to the two combatants after their final bowl of the trial end. And using Aero Evolves, and Akasha using Hensolite Dreamline XGs, as a lot of people make their way into Broadbeach for this match, for the women's pairs final, which will be coming up. Carl Healy walking past the rink at the moment. You can see him just in the right of your screen there. Winner of the Fours title last night. About to watch his partner Jessica Tal take on the women's pairs final here. But this one, an illustrious list of players that have won this tournament before Ellen Faulkner. The junior boys and girls singles, they are hotly contested, that's for sure.
They certainly are, and it's a great opportunity for players to be seen by the national selectors. They're here at the event, so a great opportunity to impress and put their hand up to be part of the Bowls Australia High Performance Programme. And we can see there the journey to the final.
They've actually met in the sectional round here, Akasha Fortune and Anda Panjawat, and are getting the job done 21-18. So if we're in for a match like that, we are going to enjoy ourselves greatly, getting through 2 wins, 1 loss in her section, getting through as the next best qualifier. And then Reese Finn-Young, the champion of last year, the one that has dominated the Under-18 scene. She defeated her 21-13 in the quarters and then got over the top of Lacey Garrick, the sister of Riley and Cody. And Lacey is a very, very handy bowler in her own right. So Akasha Fortune has enjoyed some good fortunes so far in her run to the decider.
Yeah, we're certainly blessed with a wealth of talent, both in the male and female side of the sport.
And, well, there it is, the flipping of the result. She hasn't lost a match yet so far, Anda Panjawat. Played really well in the women's pairs when we streamed her earlier on in the tournament, and has only dropped a combined 24 shots across her quarter and semi-final. So she's in pretty good nick. She's lifting as the tournament's gone on. She's played very, very well. All the way here from South Australia. Played pairs with her mum, Anya Mani, and was the runner-up in the 2022 Bowls Australia Under-18 Girls Bowler of the Year, falling to Taylor de Greenlaw that night.
Yeah, certainly both girls impressive CVs at this very early stage in their bowls career. And Under as well also qualified out of her section in the women's open singles. So again, some brilliant experience on the Australian Open greens.
So some of the names to win this: Sophie Young, Tiffany Brodie, Jessica Samawebe, Jessie Cattell, who's playing the women's pairs final very soon, Kira Burke, South Australia's Kate Argent-Bowden, and then Reese Finn-Young last year.
Yeah, it's certainly an impressive list of names there. And you've already mentioned that Under played with her mum in the pairs, but also her mum, I believe, is the SA State Singles Champion as well. So certainly comes from great bowling stock and pedigree there. And as the girls just finish their final roll-up ends, and the trial end's really important, gives the girls an idea of the conditions, whether they've got any preference on either side of the green, chance to get some pace. And interesting, I've actually brought the mat up to see what it does in a different part of the green. Both from the trial ends look as though they're settling well to the pace of the green, which bodes well for hopefully a very highly fought contest. As the final bowl goes down at the trial ends before we get this epic match underway. Val's just going to pop on the green and just speak to both of these under-18 girls before they start their big moment in the sun. To hear from our two finalists.
Here with the combatants in the under-18 girls singles final at the 2024 Australian Open. Akasha Fortune, we'll start with you. How excited are you to be part of the finals day at the Australian Open?
I'm so stoked. It's my last year, and to be able to get here, especially after losing to our first game on Wednesday, I'm so excited.
Bit of revenge on the cards, maybe?
Hopefully.
And you play at a club, Sunbury, in Melbourne. Obviously, there's a massive pedigree of bowlers down there. It's as Carla Krasanik, Sophie Kurzman. You know, how much do you look up to some of these experienced bowlers and hope to emulate them?
Oh, so much, really, and it's so good to get to play against them, especially like in club championships and stuff. I think I've copped either Sophie or Carla every single year. So hopefully I can recreate some of their successes today.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
And you've been up on the Gold Coast for a couple of weeks now, playing the women's pairs and singles, and now you're in your first final of the under-18s event. How excited are you to be part of this?
I'm very excited, not gonna lie. Yeah, it's such a great experience to be a part of, and I'm really looking forward to it.
South Australia has a pretty good history in this event, with Kate Argent-Bowden winning in 2021 and 22. How much would it mean to you to join her on this list?
It means absolutely everything to me. Playing here in the finals in the AO is always something that I've wanted to do. So yeah, I'm just really grateful to be here.
What is it you love about the Gold Coast greens? You've enjoyed a lot of success up here before, so what is it you love about it coming up here?
I mean, the weather's really nice and the greens are rolling beautifully. So yeah, love it.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Well, the final about to get underway. Under-18 championships about to start.
Brilliant to hear from both our finalists there. I'm sure there's a few little nerves going on under the surface, but both spoke really, really well. And they look as though they're good friends as well. Very sociable sport, this sport. Both smiling as they go back to get this contest underway. And of course, Akasha there has mentioned two players there, Sophie Kurzman and Carla Odgers, as she was, now Krasanik. Brilliant mentors, I'm sure, and she's learnt a lot for them. And of course, Under, coming from South Australia, has got other players in there. And I was actually speaking to the under-18 team manager, Kath Greenslade, and she was saying that Under, she's never phased, she's always composed, always looks the same, whether she's 10 up or 10 down. She's a very steady competitor, and she's one of the team that will be competing in the national championships for her state in October.
She is, and well, maybe a bit of jitters out here because she's lost the jack with her first bowl of the morning, her first jack roll. So she was going to have the length. Now it'll go to Akasha Fortune, and commentated her women's pairs match earlier on in the tournament against Paulina Laurie and Mia Baldi. And, well, another jack lost. So that's just going to be placed on the tee. So nobody will control the length. So that's just a test of, we can attest at how quick these greens are running.
Yeah, and it will certainly get quicker within this period of the day. But beautiful conditions, no wind at all. All four hands playing beautifully. And as we get this first delivery of this under-18 girls singles final underway, it's a forehand delivery from Anda from South Australia.
So Anda playing in that women's pairs, and that match against Paulina Laurie and Mia Baldi that I mentioned was they played against players that had been clubmates with them for 5 years before they'd all sort of gone their separate ways. But also, Anda was playing with her mum, Mia was playing with her grandmother. Halfway through that match, you can just see Mia go, "Hurry, Nana, hurry, Nana." It was wonderful. And then, to top it off, they were all clapping each other's bowls. The sportsmanship that I saw in that match was better than any other match I've ever seen in my life. Just the fact that all of them were just so happy for each other, even though they're playing against each other, to be there for each other. They've known each other for so long. Anda actually played Mia in the under-18 state finals in South Australia earlier this year.
And it's one of those sports, isn't it? We're very lucky in our sport. There's not many that I can think of where you can play across generations, play with your family, those that you care about most. It's one of the things that make it very unique. And with society being so time poor at the moment, families are often looking for things to do together. It's a great way to be active, do something positive. And for those who have a bit of a passion for it and are competitive, there is a brilliant pathway in place.
And it's more than a brilliant pathway. This sport can provide so much joy to so many people. And Panchawat looking to find her way through. 2 and a measure at the moment, so the jack well and truly open. Kasha just trying to figure her way through this. Both of them seemed very nervous out there when I was chatting to them. They obviously wouldn't have too much camera experience or playing in this sort of environment. But Akasha Fortune is right on the jack. That's a brilliant start for her.
Yeah, excellent delivery there. And that's part of the experience, isn't it, here at the AO? And that's what people play for, to play on the big stage. It's all experience, will all help them in their ongoing development. Being in front of the cameras, talking in front of the cameras, it's all things that you get used to the more times that you do it. So brilliant experience for both players, regardless of who prevails today.
And there will be a few nerves out there. This is their first real major final at a national level.
And I think the fact that it's singles as well.
Yeah.
You know, when you've got that comfort of teammates around you, you know, singles, you're very exposed. I always say it's the best game in the world when you're playing well, and it's the loneliest when you're not.
So this one, has it gotten in for 2? I reckon that has. Lainey McGorman watching on. She'll be playing the World Champion of Champions later this year. And next to her is the Queen of South Australian Bowls, Sandy Wallace, watching as Anda takes to the green for what could be her first Australian Open title. It's the same with Akasha. Saying before, she's copped Carla or Sophie in every club championship possible. Certainly doesn't help.
But you learn. That's the big thing. You learn, and if you want to be the best of the best way is to learn from the best.
So it's a 2 to Akasha Fortune to start things off here in this final. And of course we play to 21, 3-hour time limit. 21 up, no amount of ends required, just as many as you need to get to 21.
Yep, and the other thing, as we've said in all the games, it is a re-spotted tee, so no ends can be killed. So that just gives that extra tactical consideration, just making sure you cover it. Longer the jack length, the less of that comes in. but still an important consideration, and that's certainly the format of all international events pretty much now. Features the re-spotted tee to help keep the game moving and on track.
So, good start for Akasha Fortune. She wants to ensure that she's on the board first, which she is, and now time for Ander to get herself on the board if she can, to get a foothold in this final. You feel as though she will find her range eventually.
Two good weighted bowls there from both girls, not far away, only about a foot. The big things in these moments is just taking your time. Often people speed up. Just take that extra moment, take a breath. And this is a good second delivery, finished in a good home there. And of course we're very blessed with the wonderful volunteer workforce that we've had here at the Australian Open, working incredibly hard over the last fortnight. We've got one of our international technical officials who's playing the role of marker. Of course, the marker can only give an opinion.
Yep. But they're right pretty much all the time.
They are. And very lucky that we've got such a wealth of experience in the workforce. And they will help us here in the commentary box understand who's up and who's down.
Oh, they do. They sure do.
And look at this delivery coming in, Val. What a bowl there.
And
brilliant.
Panchawat landing a big blow in this second end to hold two. Reece Finn-Young, the reigning champion, was knocked out by Akasha Fortune.
Yeah, Reece, of course, is in the High Performance Pathways program.
Oh, a little rub through there for Akasha, so a chance for Ander to put on a 3. And yeah, Reece is a superstar. We know what she's going to produce in the future. Finalist at the Australian Indoor Championships last year, losing to Samantha Atkinson.
Yeah, hails from the Marimbula Club down on the south coast.
Michael Wilkes, her coach. And Ander Panchawat
seizes the moment and the opportunity.
Mighty end.
A multiple of 3.
So she leads through after 2. And both of them have landed some telling blows already. 21-19 was their score in the very first sectional round of the tournament on Wednesday. Or sorry, Tuesday, I should say. And these two will continue to battle it out. But yeah, we saw, we've seen some great names win and go on to do some special things at this tournament. And we saw Joey Clark in the men's pairs yesterday, and the men's fours 1-1, very, very close to winning 2. He won this title twice in 2021 and 2. He's gone on to bigger and better things as Ander. And it's a good first home.
Always handy, everything through the head. First bowl is usually the critical one in singles. So interesting, both girls opting for different sides of the rink. All comes down to what you feel is the more natural line for you with your bowls and your delivery to get to that centre line. There's no right or wrong. And with the conditions being as still as they are with wind, that becomes much less of a factor.
These greens will be running probably at their quickest now. The sun has been baking them. And look at that, go Ander. T-shirts made. The fans certainly coming out to watch one of the budding stars of this sport in this country. It's made the Under-18 pairs final here back in 2022. Played with Kate Arjun-Bowden that night in, I think it was Kate's last junior event, possibly. Narrowly going down to a Queensland team skipped by Stella Palmer. Stella, another one of those rising stars of the sport.
Oh, that's a very good correction.
So the advice that anybody out there would give them on this rink would be to trust your grass.
Yeah, believe what you see.
Because they move. And green 4, from all accounts, was absolutely rocketing along.
Yeah, low and slow is the trick when it's quick. Sure, I can make a rhyme up of that somehow.
You should make a bowls poem. Can include it in every rookie rollers kit that we sell. Of course, they are discounted at the moment, 25% off.
And they're fantastic range of equipment, brilliant for any clubs or schools that want to introduce juniors.
And needs this to slow down. Probably one to the South Australian.
Well, has she got the jack? What a
does.
bowl there. Fantastic last bowl delivery to secure the one shot. One shot to blue, tying the score at 3-3.
After 3, Akasha Fortune doing very nicely, wins her second end. This match starting well. A couple of looseners in each end, but both of them will find their range, that is for sure. And we are in for a classic contest if their first match is anything to go by. And Panchawat winning 21-18 in their first sectional round. So sometimes you don't have to win your section to get all the way through to a final. And Akasha Fortune will know that. She was a next best qualifier. I believe there were only 2 of them.
I think that's the big thing around, you know, just keeping your head. Things aren't always going to go your way, but to keep fighting, and she's got the reward in that next best qualifier spot, showing great resilience, bounce back from a defeat. Of course, that often comes about when there's an uneven number of sections in the end. That's where the next best qualifiers come in.
So Akasha finished even on score difference with Ander Panchawat, plus 19 both of them. But that win to Ander put her through, and she got through by 4 shots, did Akasha Fortune. Chanel Charcouche of St. John's Park was plus 15 at 2 wins and 1 loss, but with only 2 next best qualifiers. It was Reese Finn Young and Akasha going through. Can the next best qualifier become the best player and the last one standing?
Time will tell.
The pedigree in these draws was of the highest quality.
This one, Hatry, it will indeed. That's good enough for shot.
Options were there. Now, her last bowls, Akasha, been pretty good so far. In the other direction especially, what can she do here? You can see her rocking the Spalms, protection sleeves. Chloe Stewart's been in her ear, that's for sure. Right at home, Jackaroo, who works there. So this one here from Akasha Fortune. Nudges the jack.
That's another great last bowl delivery.
Might have made 2 or 3 there.
And just needs to settle in here, just look to reduce the count. Shots a bonus. And she got the running.
Wants to work, wants to get there. Not sure she has. So it's probably going to be another 2 here to the Victorian. Akasha Fortune.
So 1 declared. While they have a look at the others.
I reckon this will be 2. And it is. So Akasha Fortune regains the lead. 5-3 after 4 ends here in this contest. What a tournament these two have had. And, well, this is the Under-18 girls final, something that a lot of kids enjoy is Movie World. That roller coaster was closed the last time I went, so I never got to go on it, but the Batman ride is fun. Get in touch with the Looney Tunes characters. Go on the Scooby-Doo ride, Green Lantern.
And we saw Superwoman there on the screen. Who is going to be Supergirl? That's a good opening delivery. Just about 1.3 m, good position. And sticking with this backhand, just needs to trust it. It's quite a wide swinging hand. And that's a good start. Two girls, both quite quick.
But good homes. As we said in the match this morning, you do not want to be short.
Oh, absolutely. Got everything.
Look at the line from these 3 bowls, Els.
Yeah, line is perfect. Yeah, both quite quick in terms of their deliveries. They're not messing around between bowls, are they? Fast-paced game.
So, I feel like Akasha has started this one in better form. Just settling in a little bit better. Again, skiddling through there and up. Still holding the 1. She will have last bowl here. As a couple of planes do their flyovers around Broadbeach. You can see them patrolling the water and the beaches. Sometimes the military planes fly over. It's really cool, especially when we're commentating on Green 4.
And that one wins it on length. This one looks good. This looks like a good reply. Can she get the jack?
Just no, and they are skittling through, aren't they? Probably 1 more to Akasha.
So Akasha will look to get one in the head here. Just dipping under. Could be good enough for second shot. Final delivery of the end here from Under. Can she put in a last bowl blow? Just arriving. So it looks as though it's definitely 1 to blue. Look for the second. Looks like it's going to be a measure for second shot. So 1 confirmed.
Oh, she's on the board again. 6-3. in favour of Akasha Fortune. She's won 4 of the 5 ends that we've played so far, and she's got a nice little foothold in this match.
Akasha sticking with this longer length. It's worked for her pretty well so far. Just pulling up with that delivery. Line was good. Oh, that's a great first delivery. And with the greens speeding up, you know, anything within the yard is an effective bowl. And it makes it a bit harder to nail it each time.
It does.
Anything sort of in that yard area. That's a very, very good bowl there.
So, Akasha Club Sunbury, this is her last year as a junior, using Henselite Dreamlight XG's, been an under-18 Victorian player since 2019 under Maddie Flapper, and the under-18 state singles champion this year.
What a year she is having. And of course, Bowls Victoria just got a award recently, didn't they, Val?
Yeah, they did. Won a couple. Did really well. Very pleased for them and pleased for the sport to be doing so well. Bowls New South Wales as well, doing quite well.
Yeah, it's fantastic for the sport to get recognition at sports awards across the country. Big opportunity here for Ander. To claw back some of this 3-shot deficit.
And these two, they know that they're not going to have it all their own way. It's going to be a bit of a dogfight, I think, based on the other match they've previously played. Just can't afford to let the occasion get to them, and unfortunately she just drifts through there, but she's back on the board, 6-4. In favour of Akasha Fortune.
So will we see a change in length?
Surely. 6-4 after 6. One needs 17, one needs 15.
She's going long.
She is. And this is a strength of a lot of bowlers if they can nail this tee to tee. And a second lost jack. And a little bit irritated with herself there. You can see hands on hips. Just needs to let it move past.
Yeah, so the jack is moving rather quick compared to the bowls. It's probably a little bit disproportionate, so it's just a case of remembering that when casting the jack.
Had 3 lost jacks. Is it going to be a 4th?
Just going to stay on.
Went to the edge of the ditch, but didn't go in.
So 6-4 it is in this under-18 girls singles final. Will one of them start to put the foot on the pedal and power away? game by the scruff of the neck.
You do, but you also want to see them go bowl for bowl and be so close, like we saw with a couple of finals yesterday. But Akasha Fortune, at the moment, her fortune telling is very nice.
Both girls putting in good opening bowls. Always handy in that position just behind the jack.
This one, the paddle, or sorry, the toucher spray was almost ready. Edge through, but it's still two to Akasha, who has started this final very nicely. Presentation for the over 60s men's pairs and the under 18 girls singles final will immediately follow this match. And tries to race through. Has she done enough? Maybe.
Question being asked here of the marker. He's called a measure. Of course, the players can ask the marker questions. They also have the opportunity to visit the head after their third bowl. They can ask to go up after their second, but the conditions of play stay after their third bowl. Bowl just scooting through, and we have one of our men's fours champions coming in, Gary Kelly there with Corey Wedlock, Australian Jackaroo. Corey, of course, just missing out in the singles final.
And the pairs final, made the semis in both. And a Panchawat. That's definitely the shot now.
Yeah, just sitting down that bowl surely makes it enough.
So can Akasha Fortune get a little tuck on that jack and make it 3 and open up some breathing space? Well, it's not where she's going. Different hand. It's coming in. Gets a little rub through and does take the jack as well. That could have made 3.
That is a brilliant delivery. Played it absolutely perfectly. So 2 declared. Going to measure the third.
So this would be a nice little bit of breathing space for Akasha Fortune. Club Sunbury products. The likes of Carla Krasanik and Sophie Kurzman around her. That is a 3. First move made. 9 for the lead.
And the important thing there was it was with the last bowl, so no right of reply. If you're going to convert, that's the one to do it with. Again, sticking with this mat slightly up. Jack on the tee. She's really starting to dominate now. Jack toucher with that first bowl.
So Akasha Fortune has started this match well. not giving Ander much time to sort of focus or get on top of the jack. She's been the one that's found it earlier. Now it's up to the South Australian to see how she responds. It's a little rub through. It'll be enough for two. Very early stages of this 8th end.
And we all know in singles it's a marathon, not a sprint. First to 21. And that is a brilliant delivery.
Amazing.
Well played, Ander. So there's still a fair bit of room there.
Still probably, I'd say, down one.
She's just going to run out there. Line was excellent.
Stayed on at the back though. So Kasha Fortune just sort of missing with the correction she needed with the new weight and new line. And what can she deliver?
Change in hands here. So playing the backhand. And she puts another one in.
That's what she needed. As you can see there, the little ribbons at the back of Akasha's hair there. The cap, the club Sunbury colours of dark blue, yellow and black. Possibly a future representative of the Melbourne Extreme as she makes her way through.
Oh, that is a brilliant bowl. 2 down. She's also got the best back.
All the answers at the moment as Ander says, I need to go and have a look.
Yeah, I think this is a good move for Ander. Just give herself a chance to have a look at the head, survey the conditions. We haven't really seen many attacking shots from either player at this stage.
So Ander, her profile, 16 years of age. South Australian 2022 Under-18 Championships pairs silver medal. Under-18 Female Bowler of the Year runner-up that same year. And then 2022 Under-18 South Australian Bowler of the Year. She's one of the best up-and-coming products from South Australia. They keep producing them. Nathan Black, very young. Kate Argent-Bowden as well. One more. First into double figures is Akasha Fortune. This has been a blistering opening few ends for her. She's only dropped 2 of them and won 6, Ellen Faulkner.
Yeah, it's certainly been a dominant start. She's settled well. And is continuing to play her preferred length. Very, very good, consistent jack rolling.
Yeah, and that's where like 2 of the ends that Ander, she's had the jack roll, 2 of the 3 ends, she's lost the jack. So does that rattle you if you lose it?
I think at this early stage of the game, I don't think, you know, it will affect her too much. If there's obvious patterns that are emerging, then, you know, it can play a big part. But she's, you know, she's only 1 or 2 ends away, just needs to hang on in there. Clearly a very, very talented player.
She has a very good weighted shot as well. She played a brilliant one in that pairs game that I mentioned before to tie the match. That one stays on at the back. The good thing for Ander, I guess, is that she's not missing short.
Yeah, she's always given herself options and opportunities.
So there could be an end here or there where she can get the jack, but Akasha Fortune just keeps finding the line. And then at least once or twice an end, she does find the weight.
Yeah, and obviously both players playing different sides of the green as well. This looks like it's a good adjustment.
And Panchawat.
Well played, Ander.
That is brilliant. She just needs to get back on the board. 10-4 down in singles. You can come back from that. Dawn Heyman got it to 20 all after being 18-8 down against Kelsey Cottrell.
Oh, we're seeing her first attacking bowl.
Trying to get rid of this one from Ander. Just shaving past. She's got one more crack at it. Does Akasha Fortune if Ander can't put another one in there. She doesn't want to entice the target.
But equally, she doesn't need another one in the head. And she's plays it well, I think, Val.
One behind would be perfect.
Count and cover. Or is she going to turn the jack? Brilliant.
She'll turn the jack. 2 for Ander Panchawat. Brilliantly done. Mum there, Anya Mani in the crowd watching.
Oh, and this is a very, very good switch. What a bowl.
So now, does she try and adjust the weight, sit that bowl away?
Only needs a few rolls to make a multiple of 3.
Just do what she's done for the last 2 bowls here, Ander Panchawat.
Just going to hang a bit too wide.
So another conversion for Akasha Fortune. She moves out to a 7-shot lead, 11-4 after 9.
And I think that's the difference when you've got a bit of a buffer within your shots. You can afford to have a go like she did with the third. Then she was 2 down, thought, nah, I'm just going to draw it, and she changed her hand and absolutely did. So well played, Akasha.
This has been a performance beyond her years so far, showing real signs of precision and prowess on the rink. Ander just needs to remain calm.
Well, first time she's missed with her first bowl. Opportunity knocks for Ander. Needs to jump on it here. And she has. Well played, Ander.
Brilliant start.
Interesting, I think we might see a change in sides in Akasha. Yep, changing over to the forehand. She's done it well when she switched in the other direction. Can she land the bowl? Just gonna miss.
So she just needs to remain calm, keep herself going, just trust her process.
And she's doing that. Another very, very good delivery.
Her last 2 ends have been really good. Been getting a lot closer to the jack, and if she can find her range, there is no doubt that she can come back. Akasha has tossed this out a little wider, but it is going to dart back again. So Ander with a chance to put in a third here. Really apply some pressure. She's put this out on a pretty good line. If it comes back,
she needs to hurry. Just pulling up.
The line was excellent. How quick is Akasha on the mat?
Very, but it's very effective. And can she do what she's done time and time again with their last bowl?
Doesn't mind it. Doesn't mind it. Drifts through. So now the chance for Anda Panchawat to put in a third. Get the margin back to 4. This would be a telling end. She turned her back straight away. Or was that just to pick up the mat?
Just to pick up the mat. It looks as though she's in the area. And she is. It's a count of 3.
That is the one.
Great sportsmanship there from Akasha. Applauding that bowl as it comes in.
Because it was good. And she wins her third end. And more importantly, it's a big 3. The fact that 2 of the 3 ends she's won have been triples, that has kept her in this match. And if she is to win, I dare say that those 2 telling triples could be the reasons why.
Well, we're seeing a change in length. Mat back. Can it stay on? Is it third time lucky?
Oh, it's not going to go in again, is it? It has. So for the third time of the 4 ends that she's controlled, she wants to put the jack on the tee, but it's just not working for her. She has only won an end in the opposite direction. So the time she's had the jack, she's been going this way, and she's lost it each time.
Well, she's bounced back well, saying, okay, put it where you want it, but I'll put my first bowl close. That's a very good reply. 2 good opening bowls from both players.
So back to within a full count. Anda Panchawat trying to force the hand.
Oh, she's played it well. Well played.
She's lifting. She is lifting. No worries about that missed jack roll. And now is Akasha just getting a little nervous.
She's obviously just looking to try and move that bowl, just nudge the jack, open it up a little bit. She's gone early, which, you know, could be smart. She's now got time to recover. She's really only got to just play over the draw to crack an egg.
And a Panchawat, that is a very good bowl.
Oh, that is a great change of hands. Well, 3 against. Will we see a more attacking bowl? We are.
Bit of weight from Akasha Fortune. It's coming. It's going to hit the gap.
Well, she's not afraid to attack, is she?
If you're Anda Panchawat, what are you doing now?
You do not want to make it bigger. She'll go deep.
Again on the forehand.
It doesn't look as though the jack will go out of rink if it is hit. Yes, that's a very good bowl.
Exactly where it needed to be. She'll be waiting in the wings if Akasha Fortune puts this away. She's gone with weight again.
She doesn't like it.
Turned her back straight away. And she's under. So 3 more for Ander Panchawat. And all of a sudden, we are back in the fight because it's only 1 the difference. And 3 of the 4 ends that Ander Panchawat has won have been with 3s. So when she's been winning ends, she's been winning them.
She has indeed.
We have a game again. 11-4 to 11-10.
Will this jack stay on?
Jack looking like it'll stay on, and of course, look at this, Wet and Wild might head there after play today.
That looks like so much fun, doesn't it? Something for all the family. Not far away, Wet and Wild, from here where we are at Broadbeach.
Just out at Helensvale.
Yeah, lots of opportunity to do multiple things here in the beautiful state of Queensland and on the sunny Gold Coast.
So she got the jack roll right.
And she's put her first bowl fractionally short, but in a good position.
She's found her range and she's found the speed of the green, which we were saying that she just needed to do. Akasha Fortune now.
Well, the other big change here is because of where Ander's finishing on that backhand side, it's forced Akasha to change her hand. Akasha's been dominating down the backhand side in this direction. She played some good bowls when she switched to the forehand, but it's completely changed the pattern of the game. So you've got a couple of different factors there that have led to 2 3s for Ander to get herself back into this match.
But that is brilliant from Akasha Fortune.
That is a super bowl.
Needed that bit of confidence.
And it's 1 to blue. So Ander just going to stick with the draw down the forehand side. There is a chance for her down the backhand if she wanted it, but I think she's looking to get another bowl in the head. She's worked hard to get herself back to within 1 shot. Just falling short. Now, big opportunity for Akasha here. Any turn on the jack means a multiple count for her. She's put another one in a good position. She needs contact here. Just misses. Got to stay off this front bowl. Well, our marker Vicky is confident that it's 1 to blue. And both girls check the head and confirm that that is the case.
So, if she does get back on the board, more importantly, 12-10, Akasha Fortune. Absolutely needed that after dropping back-to-back 3s. The old rivalry, Victoria versus South Australia. who will come out on top. They're both into double figures. Akasha needs 9 to win and 11.
Akasha back to the length that she's been playing and back on this forehand side.
Positive for her, out of the 12 that we've played, she's won 8 ends. She's only dropped the 4. Problem is, when she's dropping them, she's dropping numbers. Up next, one more match to come here on our secondary rink at the Australian Open. Travis Moran up against Kobe Cromie in the Under-18 boys singles final. And just missing her weight and line there.
She doesn't like it.
No. As soon as it came out of her hand, she was not a fan.
Yeah, it's just dipping under. Breeze is starting to get up a little bit now.
Akasha Fortune, that'll do, that'll be the one. She's holding 3. Danger now for Anda Panchawat. She has 2 bowls to change this.
Can she hold? She does indeed. Cutting it down to 1.
So now sneaking to the back, does stay up.
Yeah, that's a good home. Isn't really much on here for Anda. This might be one of those where she might just have to take her medicine, is the saying. Drop the 1. She's got a chance to draw it, but it's a tough draw.
It's doing its best, and she had the weight to do it, just didn't have the line. So one more to Akasha Fortune. She'll lead it 13-10 after 13. Very close, and the last 4 ends that she's scored on have been 1s. So Anda won't mind that.
Yeah, she did well there. Count of 3 against, cut it down to 1. That's what you got to do.
She will not mind that at all. Now this jack is powering along, but that should stop. And it might end up right on the tee. Wow. Very nice jack roll. I can appreciate a really good jack roll when they almost end up right on the line.
It is a skill, and actually something that is underestimated and not practiced as much as it probably could be.
So again, we're none the wiser. We've got another cracking final this morning. In the men's pairs, it was in the over 60s men's pairs, it was Terry Warder and Stephen Ashdown. Took down Dennis Williams and Bill Ahoy. And just scooting past the jack.
Another very good delivery there. Just scooting by, but finishing well.
Breeze is picking up.
just going to go through the head.
But again, it'll meet up with her last bowl. So a little touch on that jack, and those two will be catching and waiting. And I think Akasha Fortune has seen it.
She certainly had the weight to cover it, just not the line.
So Anna, can she pounce as the wind really picks up?
You can see the wind blowing her shirt there.
The flag's behind as well. Just really came out of nowhere.
Papers going all over the place here in the commentary box.
Sits in a good spot. Now her last, she may have an opportunity to do something quite impressive, Anda Panchawat. She can get any touch on that jack. But Akasha Fortune, well, she can't do anything about it. This is a massive bowl for Anda.
Can she turn a one-shot deficit into a three-shot advantage?
Not sure she has the legs. It's trying, and it won't get there. Is it one or is it two?
Marker seemed pretty confident with the one.
And it is just the one, so she'll take that again, but a 4-shot margin remains. And Akasha Fortune just continues to pull away again. She's got 3 ends on the bounce, and she's only dropped 4 of the 14 that we've played. We are in for another cracker between these two. It was 21-18 in favour of Anda Panchawat in this sectional round. Their first matches of the tournament. Akasha hasn't lost one since. Anda Panchawat hasn't lost one at all this tournament. Good start from the Victorian.
Brilliant start. Forcing Anda onto this forehand side. Oh, that's a very, very good delivery. Very good reply. She get the jack. Just
So
gonna miss.
close.
But is good enough, I think, if it sits down to get shot.
I think, oh, it's not sat down, that's the problem.
So Akasha just taking a moment just to think, do I stay on the forehand or do I change the backhand and try and rest that last bowl? And she's gone for the backhand. She's got hers on the way in. Just looking to slip round it to rest that other bowl. And she's very close.
Akasha Fortune, can she sit the bowl? She'll go past. Helen Faulkner, this match is heating up. Akasha has gone up another level. She was faced with a bit of adversity there at 11-10, dropping 2 threes in a row. Hasn't lost an end since. But Anders' positives is that she's only dropping ones. Does this have the legs? She got 3 seconds. But the darker bowl, the XG of Akasha Fortune, sorry. Is holding sway. What does Ander do here? Can she try and make a big total?
It looks as though she's just going to try and draw. And if she gets a touch of the jack, she'll make a 2.
That's not going to get there. So one more. A 5-shot lead again to Akasha Fortune. (15-10). We've played 15 ends. She's 6 away from the under-18 girls singles title. Again, the wildlife up here. So much of it. All of them in their natural habitats, and these ones most likely at Currumbin. You can feed the joeys and feed the kangaroos. Plenty for children, but also animal-loving adults as well. You got any pet cells?
I haven't actually. Yeah, we've never sort of had the lifestyle that has lent itself to having any. Always here, there and everywhere.
Yeah, well, it's fair when you're travelling for bowls.
Has this got the jack? It has.
So she sits in for shot. She's had all the answers as Akasha Fortune. Here she doesn't like it at all. Drifts through, so a chance for Ander to put in a second. When she's winning ends, she's winning them big.
I think that's the case for Akasha. Sometimes just settling for second shot is okay. And can she beat that front bowl?
She can, just.
It's 2.
It's going to come underneath. Still 2 to Ander.
Well, this is huge if we get another multiple here. Every time Akasha just gets herself out in front. And is asking the questions of her, saying I'm still fighting hard.
Just drifting through. She would have loved for that one to go in and hold 3 with one more left for Akasha. It's going to cut it down, I believe. Just the one. But if there's a trail of this jack, who knows? Ander Panchawat. Barring catastrophe here, she'll get back on the board. And then this run of 4 ends in a row. She'll want this to keep running. Want this to keep running. She'll take it, but she would have liked more. 15-11 in favour of Akasha Fortune. And Panchawat wins her 5th end of this match. The other 11 have gone the way of the Victorian. She keep the jack on? You bet she can. That's something.
Well, she's got her preferred length, and she's going back to that backhand side, which is the length and the direction that she picked up the 3 previously. And she do a repeat to go within 1 of Akasha. Looks like it's a little bit quick.
Gives her options.
Yep, it gets the tee.
So, only scoring in 1s the last 5 ends. It's been slow going, and the last 6 that Akasha has scored in have only been singles. The positive for Anda Panchawat is that she's having second shot. Hasn't dropped a multiple since N7. We're on 17 now. She's holding a couple. Dare say it won't stay that way. Feel like whoever gets the next score of 2 or more will send a huge message, be in the best spot to possibly win this match and have all the momentum, especially if it is Akasha holding a 4-shot lead. 2 puts her into that checkout zone, Ellen Faulkner.
It does, and check out because it's a score of 4 is the maximum you can get to check out of the game. Another bowl there.
Any touch of that jack, and Anda Panchawat could be looking at a 4. I think Akasha has seen that. Might try and cover it off. That'll do for 1.
It's a very good bowl.
And this is a huge bowl.
She's going with more pace.
Trying to get the jack. Needing it to hold. She's not sure it's coming, it's going to cut under. So a chance for Akasha Fortune to get her first multiple in 10 ends. She doesn't like it. Both starting to get a little nervous.
So, and I think, you know, the last bowls of both the last 2 ends, both girls have had opportunities to add and have dropped short. So, I don't know if they're just worried about overplaying, if it's pretty tricky out there, and therefore they're not trusting and backing themselves.
5 of the last 6 ends have gone the way of Akasha Fortune. She was tested. It was 11-10 after 11. It's now 16-11 in this race to 21 shots. We'll present the gold medal to the winners of the over 60s men's pairs after this. Terry Warder and Stephen Ashdown, including this presentation as well, as Akasha drifts a very long way over.
That's a brilliant opening bowl. Well played.
The lead bowl's so important in singles play, and Anda has given herself a very nice foothold. Could be a couple more twists left in this tail. But Anda has a lot of work to do. But Akasha, collective groan of the crowd. This is a good finish.
Yeah, another good bowl.
Akasha needs to be close with her third. If she's not, she only gives herself one opportunity to rectify the situation. She's watching intently. It's working its way. Has she got the jack?
She has. What a shot. A brave shot.
Trailed it into the ditch, and she sits right on it. From 2 down, she finds herself 2 up. That is monumental.
Well, she backed herself.
Insanely good. And just speaking with Lainey McGorman there, nominated her as her ringside coach. Look at the replay there, and it's sitting perfectly on the edge of the ditch. So in conversation with Lainey, the Australian champion of champions winner last year. The problem is you can't try and sit that bowl away that's right on the ditch because it's a toucher. Gonna have to try and draw around it. This is a really tough delivery. It's not gonna have the legs. So now, all of a sudden, it was a clutch bowl with her second. This to add in a third, possibly, and Akasha Fortune could be in with a massive shot at winning this title. All she needs to do is get past Anda's bowl, and well, I don't think that's counting. Only 2. Or is it 3?
Or 2, but it sounded like 3.
If it is 3, could be disastrous. Can she cut it down to 1?
Well, can she hurry? She needs to hurry.
Oh, it's not going to cut it down to 1. That'll be 2 after a sensational bowl from Akasha Fortune. Are we going to get the tape out? No, we'll confirm it. As a 2, she gets her first multiple since N7, and she's into the checkout zone. She leads it 18-11 and is within an end of possibly securing the Under-18 girls singles title at the Australian Open on the Gold Coast, where in Queensland you can get some fantastic experiences there, embracing the Australian culture, doing some picturesque nature walks. Tour guides know exactly what they're talking about. And of course, you can be so close to nature with the Gold Coast skyline in the background. It is one of the all-time great views. And this is a good lead bowl. Nice little sighter for Akasha Fortune, who is ever so close now.
And she played brave on that last end, and she got the rewards. Can Anda steady the ship here? Another good first bowl.
This, if it's got the legs, is pretty good.
Well, she's grouping those two bowls in a good spot. Gives her a chance. You know, she's not afraid to attack.
She needs a 3. That'll get her the win. Of course, if she keeps winning ends, it doesn't matter. She'll get there eventually. And a Panchawat. What has she got? She got the jack. Just missing. How's this looking? She's slowly getting better with her corrections. 1 to Akasha Fortune. And again slipping through.
So close to the jack there. Would have taken all the danger away.
What was Akasha trying to negotiate there?
I think she was either looking to land Anders' bowl,
Make a 4.
make a 4. If she missed, she was finishing in a good position. Just probably slightly overplayed it, that's all. Trying to edge her bets down there on the forehand. And this is an opportunity for a 3. And she's done it. Well played.
She's not done yet. Another 3 for Anda Panchawat. Moves back within 4 shots. And this is where, if you can score in multiples, they are so valuable. Some sort of a contest. The fact that she's only lost 6 of the 19 ends that we've played. And she's only 4 ahead. It would be some sort of a victory if Anda can pull it off.
And she's shortened the jack here. She needs to do something different.
Well, we have a maximum of at least 10 ends left to decide who this winner will be, and a minimum of 1. And that's a good finish. Is that the telling blow? That nudge of the jack?
Time will tell.
Could that twist this match?
Both girls playing brilliant conversion shots in the last 2 ends. Both letting each other know that whatever they do, it's not safe.
Well, this is the score that Akasha Fortune was on when Anda beat her in the first sectional match of this tournament. 21-18 in favour of the South Australian. She's close.
She needs a jack, and she's got it.
Got the jack. She's 2 up now. Anda Panchawat. Can she ask the question? Akasha Fortune.
He's close. What a shot.
Bowl for bowl. Best end of the match so far. We're in end 20 and we're only getting better. Anda.
She's looking.
She's close. Has she sat the bowl?
She has. Is it enough?
I think it is. Our marker has one orange paddle at the ready, one and a measure. What a mega delivery. Bowl for bowl, every chance for these two. This has been brilliant.
What an end.
And Akasha has dropped short. So what does Ander do here? Can she go for the back bowl? Be aggressive maybe? Or does she just try and dead draw it?
She's having a think.
Maybe land on it for a couple.
I think that last bowl on the backhand side has made the upshot on the backhand a bit tricky. She doesn't want jack movement.
Not at all. I think she is going to try and land this maybe. Sit it away. She's watching intently. And a Panchawat is not far away at all.
Oh, that is brilliant.
Mighty bowl from the South Australian. Talk about clutch. And no chance to enjoy it because Akasha Fortune looking to land a good bowl of her own. What has she got in reply? It's drifting away. Could this be a 3 for Ander Panchawat? It's definitely 2. They're going to measure for it.
What an end. Brilliant display from both girls.
So one taken out. Okay. Or is it just the one?
I think they've taken 2 out.
It is a 2. And a Panchawat is within 2 shots. Down 11-4 and 18-11. She's been down by 7 on 2 occasions in this match and is fighting back hard.
What a game we are seeing here. And really finding her range now. Brilliant bowl there. Piece of the jack. And asking questions of Akasha. And Akasha responding. Can Ander run this out? Marker indicating that it's a measure for short as Akasha changes over to the backhand side. Just dipping under the head. Finishing in a good position. With the final bowl of this end underway.
What has Akasha Fortune got?
She's just going to pull up short.
Who are you favouring here, Els?
It's hard to tell. From the screen, it definitely looks like it's one
To
Ander, but I'm not sure. The fact that the markers called it a measure.
Maybe it's their opinion. I think this is one to Ander, which, if it is, puts her in the checkout zone as well.
It does. I mean, what a comeback. She was, what, 18-11 down?
Yep, and 11-4 down. Been down by 7 twice. It is easily one to Ander Panchawat, who is within one shot again. She has only led Ellen Faulkner after one end in this match. That was end 2. We've played 21.
Well, to be leading is at the end to win the game. And has she kept this jack on?
Oh no.
It's in.
Oh no. That was a nervous jack roll. That was a rush of blood. And I don't blame her. I would probably have sent that jack maybe 100 kilometres an hour.
Well, she's just got to settle herself down now. Reset.
Well, ultimately, it's what happens when the bigger ones leave your hand.
That matters at the end.
They're the ones that score you the shots.
Just take her time. Just really think about this one.
So she's won 3 ends in a row for the first time in this match. She's scored 4 threes. Twelve ends won to 8 ends won. That is a sensational start from Akasha Fortune. Well, we've enjoyed this thoroughly. It deserves a 20-all finish, doesn't it, Els?
It certainly does.
Will we get that, though? Who knows? Just going to drop underneath, sit on the bowl and stay around. Could have even stayed for 1. Marker says no. Still 1 to Akasha.
Just dipping across the head. Feel the tension.
I feel like that's been the case with all the finals so far on the broadcast rinks, that's for sure. Could that be 2 now? Probably not. It's in a good home.
Yeah, it gives Akasha an opportunity, that's the thing.
So the mind plays tricks on you when you get into that checkout zone, it really does. And Akasha gets a little rush of blood. So Ander now with a chance.
One down.
To wrestle a shot back.
Few chances down this backhand side. Play similar to what she just did.
We're playing in 22. Is it going to have the journey and a Panchawards? Just missing.
Oh, she's rocked that bowl. Doesn't look from the movement of the marker that there's any change.
So a chance here for Akasha Fortune to pop in maybe a second and go within one of victory. She's mightily close.
Just running by the head.
So will they get down and have a measure here?
Well, like I say, that bowl was rocked.
Because it could be. Nope, she declares it. 19-17. Akasha Fortune leads. And again, she scores in a 1. But it doesn't matter. She's one closer to the elusive total of 21.
Oh, is this going to be the first jack that Akasha loses?
She has lost one on the first end. You're kidding. It's gone in. Had 5 lost jacks in this match. 6, actually. That's nerves. So Ander can control the length.
And get last bowl.
Mm-hmm. She kept it on. First box ticked. 19-17. 2 shots away versus 4 shots away. No one has scored a 4 in this match. Plenty of 3s. No one has netted a 4.
Very good start.
Tremendous.
Just missing that jack. Can Akasha put the pressure on? The end is in sight.
She can. Anytime she holds 2 and she holds game. And that is where we sit right now.
Oh, same bowl from Ander. She'll lock on something. Important that she doesn't over-adjust too much here.
She doesn't want to leave herself too much to do with her final 2 bowls. She really doesn't. How is she travelling? It's looking okay. And a Panchawards sits it and stays, makes it just the 1. I reckon it's 1 to Akasha still. Or I saw the red paddle go up, but I think that was just where they were sitting in her hand. The
Yes,
marker.
yeah, I believe so.
So she's holding 1, which means she's 1 away from the match. This is a very, very, very good bowl. Akasha Fortune.
What a shot, leaving no doubt that it's 2 to blue.
If you want to win, Ander, you've got to come and beat me. That's what she's saying. Ander, of course, has the final say in this 23rd exchange.
And she is trying with this delivery.
Can she land the blow? It's probably cut it down. Has it? It fell out. No. Doesn't need to do much more. Akasha Fortune sits it away. Just for good measure, it's 3. Well, this is it. and a Panchawat.
To save the match and the championship.
Is this it, or are we going to be shaking hands? She's very, very close.
Oh, what an effort.
Did she save it? I don't think so. And they will shake hands. It was a mighty effort. We'll get the confirmation. But fortune favours the brave. And Akasha was mightily brave in that contest. Wins it 21-17. And threw everything at her, Ellen Faulkner. But this 17-year-old holds on.
Oh, it was an incredible game from both girls. They really battled hard. Great testament to Anda. She was down at several points in the game, but she continued to battle on. So she was 10-4 down at one point. She was also 18-11, but fought all the way back to get to 17. And there was probably a big turning point where Akasha picked up a 3 to go 18-14 and get herself in the checkout zone. But both girls have done themselves proud. They've given a feast of bowls for the spectators to enjoy here, both well supported from both SA and Victoria. And now I hand over to Val to talk to our victorious winner, Akasha.
Here with Akasha Fortune, the under-18 girls singles winner at the Australian Open in 2024. Akasha, what's going through your mind right now?
Oh, I'm still in disbelief. I'm still kind of preparing my next shot for when Anda inevitably took that away from me. So I'm also trying not to cry on camera.
That's okay, you can show your emotions, it's fine. But it's she threw everything at you in that match. She kept scoring in threes and kept herself in touch. What was the key for you to just stay precise and stay on the money, because that's exactly what you had to do?
I don't know. I just try to keep a level head. I just had to make sure I kept throwing my bowls out there. They turned so much on this. It was insane. It's the widest green I've been on all week up here. Just real concentration on line and length, which I wasn't good at sometimes. But yeah.
Don't say you weren't good. You just won the Australian Open, Akasha. Now, this is your last year as an under-18. How much does this mean to you to cap off your junior career with such an amazing performance?
It's really good. I've been wanting a singles title for as long as I've been bowling, which is a long time. So to finally get it, it's really good.
Now, are you going to start lobbying for a statue at Club Sunbury?
No, maybe my picture on the back of the bus.
All right, that might help. But Akasha Fortune, the winner of the 2024 Under-18 Girls Singles at the Australian Open.
Thanks very much, Val. And as we see, there's some fantastic highlights from this game being shown on the screen. Brilliant bowling there. Both girls putting their best foot forward, handling the conditions well. As we heard there from the victorious winner, the hands are swinging. The wind got up as the game went on, but they continue to battle and put on a showpiece for us. Both, without a shadow of a doubt, stars of the future, kept their composure, and it was a gritty and determined performance from both athletes. And as we just enjoy some of those highlights as we get ready for the presentation of both the men's over 60s pairs and also this under-18s girls singles final presentation. Credit to both athletes that were involved in this. An opportunity for them to showcase their skills on the biggest stage. Of course, we've got Bowls Australia, national selectors here watching as well. Chance for them to show what they can do and make their stamp on the future. Time after time we see a number of jack touches in that game. Some big moments, some multiple scores made. But now we hand over to Val for the presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just witnessed a thrilling conclusion to the over 60s men's pairs and the under 18 girls singles finals at the 2024 Australian Open. An event of this magnitude would simply not be possible without the support of Bowls Australia's proud partners. So we would sincerely like to thank the generous support of Tourism and Events Queensland, Experience Gold Coast, the Australian Sports Foundation, Australian Institute of Sport, Commonwealth Games Australia, Puma, Right at Home, Audica, Drinkwise, Aero Bowls, MacMax, BCIB, the Original Mattress Factory, AVL Wines, and our broadcast partners in SBS Viceland, Fox Sports Australia, KO, and Sky Sports New Zealand. It's certainly a fantastic effort to reach the final of any event at the Australian Open. So the world's biggest and most lucrative bowls event. So I would like to congratulate the finalists of all of the events today. I would now like to call upon Bowls Australia Board Director Jared Robinson to make the official presentations. Firstly, we'll begin with the 2024 Australian Open Over 60s men's pairs silver medalists in Dennis Williams and Bill Ahoy. And now to the winners of the gold medal, the champion trophy and prize cheque. Please congratulate Terry Warder and Stephen Ashdown. I'd like to invite one of Terry or Stephen to say a couple of words.
Cheers, mate. First of all, yeah, look, fantastic tournament. All the players we played against, some of the scores didn't indicate the closeness of the games. The greens overall were fantastic, particularly the one here at Broadbeach. To our opponents, Billy, partner, Dennis. Look, again, I don't think the score indicated how good bowls they played early on in the game. You know, and just the hospitality in general up here has been fantastic. Water temperature's still about 23 and loving it. And to my partner, Terry, played absolutely awesome. Awesome bowls in the final, mate. So, well done. Cheers to Gold Coast.
And thank you to Stephen and Terry. Go and take your photos and enjoy your prize check there as well. Now to our second presentation. Please put your hands together for the Under-18 girls singles medalists, and we'll start with the silver medalist in Anda Panchawat. Well done to you, Anda, on a great tournament. And now for the gold medalist to present the trophy and the prize check, Akasha Fortune. And Akasha, we're going to make you grab the microphone again to say a couple of words, so I'll hand it over to you.
I'd like to thank Bowls Australia for running what's always an amazing tournament, Broadbeach and all the other host clubs for putting on some great greens, all the sponsors and volunteers who make this event possible, everyone who came to watch and who watched on the streams, and I'd like to thank Anda for a really great game.
Well done to you, Akasha. The statue at Sunbury will be there soon, I'm sure. That concludes our presentation, and please enjoy the remainder of the finals at the 2024 Australian Open. We're not quite done yet.
Thanks very much, Val, for that superb presentation. We've had a super day here on the Gold Coast, and there's still more to come. So we've got Kobe Cromie from Essendon in Victoria versus Travis Moran from Marilla, New South Wales, in the boys under-18 singles. So that's coming up soon, but we've had a feast of bowls so far this morning, with what a day to remember for Acacia Fortune from Sunbury Club, who's just beaten Ander Panchawat from South Australia 21-17, and of course that epic performance from Terry Warder and Stephen Ashdown in that men's over 60s pairs final this morning, with a crushing defeat of 22-6. So please stay around for further action for today, and join us here on the beautiful sunny Gold Coast.
Yes, Ellen, it's going to be a brilliant finish to the day. The under-18 boys singles final, that's coming up between Travis Moran and Kobe Cromie. South Australia versus Victoria is coming right up after this in the final that we have on the secondary rink here at the Broadbeach Bowls Club. Stick around.
You should be very proud.